Hello and welcome to the Interchange Theater's production of a No Shenanigans reading of A Christmas Carol. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. We're really excited to bring this holiday classic to you, and if you want to learn more about the Interchange, please follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can sign up for our newsletter at theinterchangetheater.com. Now, without further ado, sit back, relax, and enjoy a No Shenanigans reading of A Christmas Carol. Marley was dead to begin with, dead as a doornail. That fact above all you must know, for if you cannot accept that fact, then none of the wondrous things you're about to hear will be believable. Ebenezer Scrooge knew Marley to be dead. He signed the papers stating as such. Marley was Ebenezer Scrooge's business partner in life. Together they raised one of London's most ruthless financial firms. Everyone knew the names Marley and Scrooge, and everyone knew of Marley's death.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Local businessman Jacob Marley's dead.
Hear that? Dead. Marley was and is 100% completely.
Wait it! Get on with it already.
Sorry.
Humbug.
The aforementioned Ebenezer Scrooge. He was a tight-fisted hand at the grindstone. Eternal forces had little influence on him. No warmth could warm him or ice pierce him. He was a foul one, Mr. Scrooge. He was a nasty, wasty skunk. His heart was full of unwashed socks. His soul was full of gunk.
Hey, we don't have all night. Let's move this thing along.
Sorry, it's just that this could be someone's first time experiencing the story of A Christmas Carol, and I wanted to adequately show that you're,
I'm the absolute worst, is that it?
You said it, not me.
Yeah, humbug.
The bells had tolled 8 as Scrooge approached his house of worship, his business.
Good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
Cratchit.
Another cold one today, eh, Mr. Scrooge? Weather's a bit strange, though, with all the fog out there. It feels more like Halloween than Christmas.
Cratchit, have you seen the Erikson account?
Yes, I placed it on your desk, sir. I remember you said you wanted to get to it the first thing tomorrow, which would be today.
Fine.
I also left a cup of coffee on your desk, Mr. Scrooge. No cream or sugar, just black the way you like it.
Thank you, Cratchit. My file, my drink, and I can't help but notice you're wearing your coat. Are you hoping to leave early today, Cratchit?
Not today. No, sir. I had my coat on because it's just a bit cool in here and my fingers were starting to go numb.
Then perhaps you should invest in a pair of gloves, Cratchit.
Perhaps you're right, sir. But perhaps until then I could...
Could what?
Put on another lump of coal, sir.
If you can't handle the cold, Cratchit, then get out of the icebox.
Of course, sir. Very well put, sir. But I should note that the warmth will increase my productivity.
We'll see if that holds come true July. Fine. You can put on more coal. Not too much, though. I'm not made of money.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Good morning.
Morning.
Hello. How can I help you?
We're looking for the owner of this fine establishment. Are you Jacob Marley?
No, sir. I'm Bob Cratchit.
Is Mr. Marley in today?
It would be one heck of a trick if you were. Who are you?
I'm Mr. Smith, and this is my associate, Miss Whittaker.
Is Mr. Marley out for an early lunch?
Or perhaps a late breakfast.
Jacob Marley is not out to breakfast, lunch, or dinner. Although maybe the worms are making a meal of him.
I beg your pardon, sir.
He's dead.
Dead?
Dead. Yes, dead. Weren't you listening to the narrator blabber on?
Oh, we're terribly sorry, sir. We saw the sign outside your office and...
Updating the sign would be a needless expense. The sign also bears my name, you know.
Quite right, sir. Funny you should mention expense because money is the reason for our visit to your office, Mr.
Huge. I suspected as much. What's your business?
Indeed, Mr. Scrooge, our business is so very important, especially at this time of year.
Out with it. What do you want?
Miss Whittaker and I have made it our tradition to venture out onto the fair streets of London every Christmas Eve to ask for donations from our city's businesses.
To what purpose?
To ease the burden of those afflicted by the cruelties of the winter season.
To give to those who need the most this giving season.
Sir, madam, the nature of your business still eludes me. Although with a build-up like this, I'm sure the ending will be one real whopper.
We ask a small donation from your business, Mr. Scrooge. We're asking for someone with so much to give to those who have nothing, the poor and the cold.
What a load. You're better off on the streets with the rest of the panhandlers. Don't think of me to be such a fool to fetter away my hard earnings.
Are we to understand that you do not wish to donate to such a worthy cause?
A worthy cause would be to tell those you claim to be in oh so desperate need the truth.
Which is what, sir?
That they are worthless dregs, and supporting these vile urchins will only cause the filth to spread.
But, sir...
Aren't the debtors' prisons still operating? What of the workhouses?
Well, yes.
Then the poor and cold may go there.
Many cannot. Others would rather die.
Then let them die, and decrease the surplus population. If you want my money, then I suggest you run for office. You'll find evidence of my tax dollars gone to waste all over this city.
Very well. Thank you for your time, Mr. Scrooge.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Humbug!
Christmas? A humbug, Uncle. Merry Christmas, sir, ma'am.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Season's greetings to you and yours, Bob.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Fred.
How are all those little Cratchits doing?
Oh, well, we're very hopeful this time of year.
Good to hear. Be sure to send my Christmas wishes to the family.
Oh, thank you, and likewise, sir.
You got it. As a matter of fact, why don't you head home now? It's Christmas Eve, Bob. I can't believe my uncle still has you working.
The workday isn't over, Fred.
Well, then consider it an early gift.
Re-gift it to someone else. Keep working, Cratchit.
Yes, sir, it's the thought that counts, Fred.
My temper and my time are short today, nephew. Now, please tell me why you've decided to grace us with your distraction today.
All right, Uncle Ebenezer. I've come to invite you to an extravagant gala tomorrow night.
Extravagant?
Amy is at home right now, preparing many cheese dips, scones, and sausage links.
Gala?
Oh, yes. And there will be music and hopefully dancing. I even, specifically for you, Uncle, procured a bottle of Merlot.
Ah, humbug! How much of your salary are you wasting on this great extravagance? Wait, is that why you're asking me to come? You need me to help foot the bill for all this foolishness?
No, Uncle. I may be a fool, but I'm not stupid.
Well, you could have fooled me.
No, I want you to come because, well, I'm going to ask Amy to marry me.
Oh, congratulations, Fred.
Thanks, Bob.
Don't be an idiot. Cratchit's married and has a litter of children. Does he look happy to you?
Well, actually, when it comes to terms...
Shut up, Cratchit.
Shutting up, sir.
As my only living relative, please, Uncle, I want you to come.
I'm sure Cratchit and I will be here late and far too busy to attend.
You're working tomorrow? But it's Christmas.
Yes, about that.
Shut up, Cratchit.
Shutting up, sir.
Putting work ahead of your family on such a day, Uncle. Perhaps we are both fools. Well, dear Uncle Ebenezer, my door will be open should you change your mind. Merry Christmas, and
It'll be a Merry Christmas indeed when every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on his lips is boiled in his own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Very well, Uncle. Then my gift to you, instead of a Merry Christmas, is to wish you a joyous winter solstice.
Wish away, nephew.
Of course, I've overstayed my welcome as usual. I look forward to seeing you soon. Merry Christmas, Bob.
Oh, Merry Christmas, Fred, and good luck with the proposal.
Thanks. A joyous winter solstice, Uncle. Season's greetings.
Just say Merry Christmas and leave me be.
You said Merry Christmas, Uncle. Amy'll never believe this. Maybe there's hope for you yet.
The day carried on. Scrooge ignored the people passing by his window as they hurried home with their treasures and ingredients for the feasts that they would enjoy all over London the next day. The sun fell beneath the horizon as the lamplighters illuminated the world.
Here are today's books, Mr. Scrooge.
Thank you, Cratchit. Well done.
Mr. Scrooge, I was wondering, well, since...
Do you always have to stammer, Cratchit? Spit it out.
Well, seeing how tomorrow is Christmas Day, perhaps you might consider closing the office.
What do you mean? The entire day?
Well, no other businesses will be open, Mr. Scrooge. You'll have no one to do business with, and we have worked pretty far ahead.
Don't worry, Cratchit. I'm sure I can find something for you to do.
Yes. But you would be able to save money by not opening the office, sir. No lights to turn on, no me to complain about putting more coal onto the furnace.
Off for Christmas. I suppose you'd expect to be paid, too.
Well, yes, that is customary, sir.
Humbug! Nothing but an excuse to pick an honest man's pockets every 25th of December.
Oh, but it is once a year, sir, and the children do love it so much.
Be careful they don't eat too many sweets. You know, I don't offer dental.
So, does that mean that I can,
Yes, Cratchit. Go home to your family. But I expect to see you here the following morning, all the earlier.
Yes, sir, absolutely, sir. You have a good night, Mr. Scrooge. Merry Christmas. God save the Queen.
Ugh, humbug.
Scrooge tidied up his office and packed his briefcase. With the furnace extinguished and the lights snuffed out, Scrooge was out the door and headed for home. His cold heart didn't notice the world around him was growing darker and colder. The fog became thick as gravy. To Scrooge, it was just another all-too-familiar night in London. Scrooge's house blended into the neighborhood, nothing of particular note that showcased the man's wealth or greed. A large knocker hung undisturbed on the front door, as those who lived nearby knew better than to use it. He fumbled for his keys.
Huh?
Scrooge.
Who's there?
Scrooge tried to peer through the fog. No one answered back. He turned around to his door, with key in hand.
If you're planning on attacking me, I warn you, I've got a good lawyer, and the police constable is behind on his rent. He owes me. I can have him here in no time.
Are you prepared, Scrooge?
A wondrous sight met Scrooge's eyes. The lifeless, unused, undisturbed knocker on Scrooge's front door now resembled the face of his old business partner, Jacob Marley. And what's more...
Are you prepared to carry your chains, Ebenezer?
What in the world?
Scrooge rubbed his eyes in disbelief, or perhaps to get a clear image of the strange sight in front of him. But when he looked again...
Just a knocker. Must be all this fog and snow. Trick of the mind, nothing more. Best I get some supper and myself to bed.
The evening carried on without incident, and Scrooge quickly forced the scene from the front door out of his mind.
Got my fire, my glass of Merlot, and the Evening Post. Perhaps I'll put on my latest phonograph of Gilbert and Sullivan. Who the devil could it be at this time of night? Do you have any idea? No one's there. Must be the wind rang the bell. Humbug. All right, now to settle in. Well, I've had just about enough of this.
Again, Scrooge found nothing at the door. As a precaution, he checked the locks on his windows and doors. All were accounted for, and nobody was lurking within or around his home.
Calm down, Ebenezer. You're letting your imagination run wild. Is someone there? No, of course not. The doors are locked.
Scrooge.
This is ridiculous. The house, it must be this old house, settling in for the night. Nothing more.
Ebenezer! Ebenezer Scrooge!
Before Scrooge's eyes floated a ghostly apparition, a spirit from beyond the grave, cloaked in chains that made a dreadfully heavy drop on the floor.
What do you want from me?
There is much I want from you. Do you know me, Ebenezer?
You're impossible.
Really, am I?
I can see you, but I can see straight through you.
Ah, do you know me, Ebenezer?
Why, you look like my old business partner, but he's dead. Like I said, you're impossible.
In life, you called me Jacob Marley. I was indeed your business partner. And what you see before you now is my spirit, doomed to walk the earth as punishment for my wretched life.
Spirit? No. You're not the spirit of Jacob Marley.
Do you doubt your own eyes, Ebenezer?
Well, the simplest thing can fool them. Like my glass of wine. Yes, the drink in the anniversary of your passing has conjured this image of you. There's more spirits than spirits about you.
Hear my words, Ebenezer. Listen to me, Scrooge, for I am here as a harbinger of your fate, if you do not choose to change your ways.
I am ready to hear you, Jacob. Please speak kindly to me.
I did not come to reassure you, Ebenezer. I came to warn you. Do not follow in my footsteps, old friend.
Jacob, how could you say that? I idolized you. You taught me everything I know about business.
Business! Mankind should have been my business. Do you see these chains that I carry with me? These are the chains I forged in life. Do they frighten you?
Yes, they do, Jacob. More than anything.
Good. Because the chains I carry are nothing compared to what you are doomed to carry. But it is not too late for you, Ebenezer. As long as you still draw breath, there is hope that yet you might escape my fate.
Thank you, Jacob. You were always a good friend to me.
Oh, don't thank me yet, Ebenezer, for tonight you shall be haunted by 3 spirits.
Haunted? 3 of them? Surely there must be another way.
There is no other way! And don't call me Shirley.
Jacob, I beg you.
Expect the first Scrooge.
When the bell tolls 1.
Jacob, there must.
The ghostly figure of Jacob Marley was gone. Scrooge cautiously searched his house. Nothing was out of place. It was as if the ghost had never been there. Scrooge was still trembling from his encounter with the ghost of his former business partner. Or was it just a bad dream? Or were the bad dreams still to come? Perhaps it might be.
It's a long night. If you don't mind, I'd like to try to get some sleep. At best, I wake up tomorrow morning and it's Christmas. Humbug. At worst, I have to play host to some ghosts. But actually, the worst thing would be that I wake up and you're still narrating everything I'm doing.
It's not as easy as it looks.
Whatever.
Sweet dreams, Scrooge, and good luck.
The bell tolled 1. No ghost. Humbug.
Yeah, I hate ghosts, man. I mean, they're the worst with their, they're moaning and dragging their chains all over the place. Forget about it.
Who are you?
Oh, I'm the spirit. Well, the first spirit, at least. Spirit of Christmas past, most specifically. And, well, I mean, you want to get more specific than that, then, well, I can't, so too bad.
You're one of the spirits Jacob told me about.
That is correct, Ebenezer Scrooge.
You know my name.
That is also correct, Scroogey. I mean, I got your file right here. I know everything about you.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
What am I thinking about right now?
Well, I don't know that. It doesn't work that way.
Ah, some spirit you are.
Oh, okay, wise guy. Well, all right, how about this? Yeah, well, I know you wet the bed on the regular until you were 7.
What? How? You?
If it happened in your past, I know about it. Okay, now don't get snarky with me, pal. Okay, I'm not the one that grew up to be not a nice guy. Okay, you know what I could be doing right now? I could be at home chowing down on pastrami and rye, but no, I am here trying to save your immortal soul because you grew up to be a jerk. All right?
If I may ask, spirit, you don't sound English.
That's not a question. That's an observation.
Where are you from?
Oh, I'm from Brooklyn, New York. I mean, my past, your future, time works differently in the afterlife. Try not to think about it. You'll get a headache.
I think it's far too late for that.
Yeah. Well, Scroogey, buddy, we got all the time in the world. So why don't we go?
Attention, students. The day is not over yet. Pay attention.
What? Where are we?
Scrooge found himself in his old school that he attended when he was a boy. The paper of the book smelled new. All of his childhood friends were there, sitting at attention, eyes fixed on the headmaster at the front of the class. Then Scrooge's eyes fixed upon a young boy he knew to be himself.
Ebenezer,
Yes, headmaster.
Yes, headmaster.
come up here to the board and solve this equation.
Take it you recognize this place.
Of course. This is where I attended primary school. This is where I learned to read, write, and do maths.
That's your answer, then?
Yes, Headmaster?
Wrong, Ebenezer! Just terrible. Go sit down.
Well,
Yes, Headmaster.
yes, well, I eventually learned maths. Spirits, no one seems to notice we're here.
Oh, well, they can't see or hear us. I mean, we're just here to observe your life, and if we get lucky, I mean, we'll figure out what makes you tick.
But why? Why are we doing any of this? You said you already knew everything about me.
Well, yeah, I do know everything about you, but, I mean, well, the question is, Scroogey, do you know you?
That will conclude class for the day. Enjoy your Christmas break.
Ebenezer, what are you doing for holiday? We're going to Norway for tobogganing, and Father says we're going to ride a moose.
I found out my family isn't able to bring me home, so I'm staying here for the break.
Oh, that doesn't sound as much fun as tobogganing or moose riding. Well, have fun. See you after the break.
Okay, thanks.
Man, all alone on Christmas. That's tough.
I wasn't alone. Headmaster let me stay here at the school during the wretched holidays.
Cool. Yeah.
Ebenezer, I expect you to pay your dues while you're here.
Of course, Headmaster.
In addition to continuing your studies, I shall task you with tidying up the school grounds. Children are notoriously filthy creatures. This should prove to be an optimal time to scrub the grime off the floors.
Yes, sir.
And to make you feel a bit more at home for Christmas, I suppose we can partake in some holiday frivolities.
Oh, yes, that would be delightful, Headmaster. Will there be presents and treats?
No, goodness, no, Ebenezer. I was thinking about adding a dash of nutmeg to the gruel.
Oh, yes, of course, Headmaster.
That's the spirit. I'll go fetch a bucket and mop so that you can begin.
Wow, Scroogey, I mean, I thought you were a jerk before, but seeing this, I feel bad for you. How many Christmases did you spend like this?
Yeah, 7.
7?
It wasn't so bad.
No, Scrooge, buddy, I think it was that bad. Man.
Well, the nutmeg in the gruel was quite nice.
Here you are, Ebenezer. What is that you're reading, boy?
It's a storybook. My mother gave it to me.
Ebenezer, when you're not cleaning, I want you studying. You're well behind the others with mathematics. This break will be the perfect time to catch up. Don't distract yourself with this nonsense. Here, let me go ahead and throw this book in the fireplace.
But my mother gave me that book!
Ebenezer, what do you think your mother would want? You to be happy reading stories about escapism, or for you to be warm while you do hard physical labor?
Yes, Headmaster.
Mm-hmm. Well, I better let you get back to work.
What was in that book?
He was right to do it. I was a foolish boy who needed focus.
What was in that book?
What does it matter?
Look how it mattered to you.
We didn't have much money. My mother saved and saved. She got that book for my 6th birthday. Ali Baba and the 40 Thieves.
Okay, here, that's the one with the open...
Open Sesame.
Yeah, that's right. Open Sesame. Well, that seems like a nice gift.
Yes. Yes. Well, a proper disciplined education was the best gift I could have received. Made me the man I am.
I mean, that's not quite true. Come on. Now, I mean, you say all Christmases are a humbug, right? I find it hard to believe they were all humbugs. Come on.
All the ones I care to remember.
Exactly. So you're telling me it's possible that you blocked out memories of Christmases where you, dare I say, had fun?
I had just about enough of this nostalgia.
No, come on, Scroogey. Come on. Let's go have some fun.
Where are we now?
A bit further in the future of your past, Ebenezer. Anything look familiar?
Well, it's London when I was young.
Huh?
Wait. Is that... It can't be.
Ebenezer, how are you coming on with the decorations?
Yes, look. It's old Fezziwig. He gave me my first internship.
Now, no Christmas party is complete without the decorations, my boy.
Yes, just putting up the last one now, Mr. Fezziwig.
Seeing his old stomping grounds and his old boss was a delight, but seeing himself as a young man, yet to be gripped with greed, shocked Scrooge, silent in wonder.
Oh, excellent. The decorations look fantastic, don't you think so, Ebenezer?
Yes, sir.
I think we're ready to open the doors. Music, dancing, food, and of course the merriment, which reminds me, make sure to tell everyone as they enter. 1 glass of Merlot on me.
Everyone gets a free glass?
Now, Ebenezer, are you trying to get a free glass of Merlot as well? Well, you're a bit young, but I suppose it wouldn't hurt.
No, sir, that's not what I meant. This is a very expensive party already, Mr. Fezziwig, and to give a drink on the house to all that come,
well, it's a party, Ebenezer. It's Christmas.
Mr. Fezziwig, I hope you're not berating the poor boy on Christmas.
Oh, no, ma'am. Mr. Fezziwig was just going over the
managerial...
Look at the two of you, in cahoots like a couple of schoolboys. Mr. Fezziwig, I suggest you finish putting yourself together. Ebenezer, tell the band it's showtime. I will open the doors, seeing as I am the only one here fit to do so.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, my dear.
They seem fun.
The Fezziwigs. Oh, yes. They were a spirit. Delightful people. They were like parents. The parents I wished I'd had. Generous souls.
What happened to him?
Oh, hi.
Having a party and stuff. Wine.
Attention! Can I have everyone's attention, please?
Listen up!
Thank you, Mrs. Fezziwig. Well, it's been another great year, hasn't it? The papers never been busier, the pages have never been fuller, but above all, my heart has never been happier. Now, as good as business may be, it is you people who make me want to come into the office each day. In the community we've created here, I have no doubt, will go down as the stuff of legend. And as such, well, let us all raise our glass and toast to us and to our tomorrow.
Yes. Cheers!
Well said, dear. That was your best speech yet.
Well, thank you very much, darling, but if you don't mind, I do have another...
Enough speeches! Let's get the party started!
Well, you heard the lady. Hit the bar first and then the dance floor, everyone. But one more quick thing, and I must insist. It's a very special night for another reason. Our very own Ebenezer Scrooge is finishing his internship this week. Now, Ebenezer has done some wonderful work, and he's been a huge asset to the office, and, well, selfishly, I'd like to keep him for another semester. But still, it's time for him to do some bigger and better things, and most likely he'll come back one day and be sitting right here in my chair.
Thank you for everything, sir. It's been a great semester, and I can't thank you enough for everything that I've learned. And I can't wait to start getting paid.
Well, no one deserves it more. Now let's hear it for the Ebenezer, and let's hear it for Christmas. Hip hip!
Hooray! And let's hear it for drinking and dancing.
Hey!
You know something, Scroogey? He really loved you. You know that? Like you were his son or something.
The Fezziwigs didn't have any children of their own. They were more happy to share. Foolish old man.
Oh, yeah. No kids, huh?
No, but there was... Oh, no. It's bad.
Ebenezer, by the way, are you married to Ebenezer? Couldn't we short it to something else? Time.
Oh,
Right. Sorry, my dear. Ebenezer, please, I want you to meet my favourite niece. This is Belle.
hello.
It's hi.
Oh, well, bless my soul. Well done, Belle. I've never seen the Ebenezer so befuddled.
Oh, stop. There's no need to embarrass him or me.
All right. I'll leave you two to it then. Ebenezer, try and remember to talk every once in a while. I believe in you.
Good to know that he's this ridiculous with everyone.
Yes, well, it's nice to know not every Fezziwig is ridiculous as he is.
Man, those sparks.
Up top.
No, I'm not joking around. Look at the magic, man. Love it's in the air, Scroogey.
Okay.
Would you like to...
Dance?
I'd love to.
Oh, man. I mean, look at you two.
It's very good. That's enough of the past. Time to go home now.
No, what happened to you and Belle? I mean, the way you're looking at each other on the dance floor, you think...
You have my file. You said you already knew everything about me.
Well, I mean, it's one thing to read it, but it is a completely different thing to witness it. You know what? Let's see one more Christmas.
No.
Ebenezer. It's time to go to the funeral.
The what? Right. For Fezziwig. Oh, boy. How long do you think it will be?
I can't believe you. What do you mean, how long? Where else do you possibly have to be?
Well, Jacob Marley and I wanted to get a jump on evictions.
You want to skip out on my uncle's funeral so you can serve evictions on Christmas.
Well, when you say it like that, it does sound rather cruel, doesn't it?
What other way could I possibly say it, Ebenezer?
I should clarify. We're not serving evictions. They're 5-day notices. So the people have until December 30th to pay, and then if they don't pay, they'll be evicted on the 31st. But, a little adversity to start the new year isn't a bad thing.
Ebenezer, I've been thinking for some time now.
About the future, me too. I know this work is difficult, but I'll be able to get that house for us. And
if you must become a monster, then I don't want to be any part of your future.
Monster? Belle, what are you saying?
I've been thinking about what I want, about what you want. And the more greed that seems to consume you, we don't want the same things anymore. Maybe we never did.
time to go.
Go with her, you fool!
I hope you change your mind.
I wish I had. The notices can wait. Go with Belle.
Scroogey, it's time to go.
Why did you have to show this to me anyway?
Man, I don't show you this to hurt you. All right? If you have regrets, you only have yourself to blame for that.
Serving those evictions showed that Molly and I meant business. We were new. We had to be taken seriously if we wanted to succeed. I couldn't have just left to attend a funeral.
Scroogey, dude, who you trying to convince? It's just you and me.
Stop it, Spirit.
You know, Fezziwig, he died without a penny to his name, but surrounded by loved ones, right? Now that is better than dying rich and being mourned by no one.
I beg your pardon.
Yeah, it's just a bit of foreshadowing. Don't worry about it. Anyway, you know what? My time, it's almost up, but there's more spirits coming. Hey, you know what? For what it's worth, Ebenezer, I didn't hate meeting you.
Spirit, where are you going? Don't leave me.
The lights in Scrooge's room sprung to life, and Scrooge found himself right back in his bed, right where he started. The clock read only 1 minute had passed. His eyes searched the room. He was all alone. Scrooge trembled, pulling the sheets up to his face, fresh memories of a life lived. Marley had indeed told Scrooge the truth. He was haunted once this night. He knew 2 more spirits were coming to do the same. What horrors would they have in store for Scrooge? He dared not imagine. And yet, despite it all, the lull of sleep gripped him, and he fell asleep until the bell would toll 2. Wow, what an exciting first act. Whew. Boy, we at the Interchange Theater can't thank you enough for joining us tonight, and we are more than happy to bring this show to you free of charge. However, if you really like what you've been seeing, then head please on over to interchangetheater.com, where you can make a donation to our fine theater. And we are also selling gift cards, and we are currently enrolling for our classes that will begin at the end of January. There is a lot of fun and exciting stuff coming to the Interchange in 2021, and let's face it, 2021 can't come fast enough. And you know what else can't come fast enough? Act 2. So let's get back to it. Please enjoy the rest of a No Shenanigans reading of A Christmas Carol. A familiar winter chill had wrapped itself around them, and all over the city the people had settled into their beds and pulled up their sheets to stay warm all winter's night. But no one had wrapped themselves tighter in their sheets than Ebenezer Scrooge, who just earlier this very night had been visited by 2 ghosts, with the threat of 2 more on their way. Despite all of this, Scrooge had managed to fall back asleep. when suddenly he awoke. But it was not to the sound of chains or the ringing of bells that woke Scrooge this time. Instead, it was...
What in the world?
Oh, jeez. Oh, hello there, Scrooge. I'm the ghost of Christmas present there. Hope you don't mind, I was just rummaging through your kitchen. You got any mustard?
Before Scrooge stood a jolly lady in a magical robe that shimmered Christmas reds and greens. She was holding a holiday ham in one arm, the same ham Scrooge had intended to eat the next day, and in the other...
Yeah, I got a pretty mediocre wine selection there, Scrooge. Only Merlot? Come on, what is that?
I like the taste.
Said no one ever.
I take it you're the next spirit who has come to visit me.
I am. I'm the ghost of Christmas present.
You mentioned that already.
Have I? Oh, I can't say I remember. I always stay just in the moment.
So, present, huh? I don't suppose you've come to give me a gift, then?
Actually, I have. I'm going to give you the greatest gift of all.
It better not be children. I despise children. They're loud and always sticky.
Oh, very good there, Ebenezer. No. Well, not yet anyway. My dear Scrooge, the gift I'm giving yous is perspective.
A flurry of snow engulfed Scrooge's sight, and a moment later the snow parted to reveal he and the second spirit were standing on a street in a humble neighborhood.
I don't think I'll ever get used to that. Where are we, spirit?
Oh, geez, you don't recognize this neighborhood. Nah, not that I could blame you. They do tend to look alike. But surely that house must be familiar there.
No.
That's Fred's house. Fred Baker. Fred Baker.
Ah, oh, yes.
Your nephew.
Oh, yes, of course, Fred.
Your sister's son. Your only living relative.
Yes, I get it. I know who Fred is.
Do you?
Yes.
Do you?
I mean, I know Fred.
Yeah, great. What's his wife's name then?
Mary.
Nope.
Alice.
Wrong.
Belinda.
Not even close. You don't know her name because you never met her because, for reasons I can't fathom, you have gone out of your way to distance yourself from your only living family.
The last ghost showed me that family isn't there when you need them.
And now you're being haunted by ghosts of Christmas to save your eternal soul, so maybe pay attention. By the way, it was a trick question anyways.
What was?
Fred's wife's name. Fred isn't married, huh? He's,
A widower.
Oh my God. He's going to propose tonight, you doofus. He told you that earlier, today.
It's all coming back to me now.
And you accused me of being forgetful.
This must be the extravaganza Fred was telling me about.
Yeah, you want to check it out?
Do I have a choice?
Nope.
Hey, having a good time? How are the cookies?
They're great. And this cheese dip,
Yeah, Danny?
I love it.
Great. Clara, how are you doing? You need anything?
You know, Fred, I am quite enjoying these little hard pieces of bread.
Oh, yes. Those are crackers, Clara.
Oh, how delightful.
Well, if you like, try putting some cheese on them. Let me go check on Amy, and then we'll get to those games.
Scrooge followed his nephew into a kitchen where a young woman was working diligently on a mince pie.
Who's that?
Oh, that's Fred's girlfriend that you've met. Oh, wait, you're right. You haven't met her because you're terrible.
How's it going, honey?
Fine. I'll have this ready in a moment.
Oh, great. Danny and Clara are loving all the food.
Glad to hear it. So is your uncle going to make an appearance? We bought that bottle of Merlot just for him.
I hope so. But I think I have a better chance at getting a hippopotamus for Christmas.
You haven't been peeking at your presents again, have you? Truth be told, I feel sorry for that man. He doesn't know how lucky he is to have you for a nephew.
Well, I feel lucky. Come on, let's get out of here so we can enjoy the rest of the party.
Okay, but I'm opening the Merlot either way.
Fred, Amy, if you're done flirting in there, we're ready for some games.
All right. How about... Oh, what's my name?
Your name's Fred.
Darling, you're right. I believe you've won the game.
Wow, Fred's friends are dumb.
Yeah, imagine if you actually came to the party. You'd mop the floor with these clods.
All right, now remember, only yes or no questions.
Are you French chemist and microbiologist Louis Pasteur?
No.
It's best to start with more vague questions and then narrow it down from there.
Ooh, playing the long game, I see.
Fred, are you an animal?
You could say that.
Are you furry?
No.
Are you cuddly?
Oh, certainly not.
Does he have big teeth?
Are you a predator?
Ooh, yeah, in a manner of speaking. Mm-hmm.
Are you scary?
Oh, dreadfully so.
Do you live in the forest?
No.
The sea.
No.
Do you live in the city?
Yes.
Oh, now the plot thickens. Very interesting.
Are you a rat?
No. Well, a pack rat, maybe.
Could it be a man?
Are you a man?
Yes. Yes, I am.
I know who it is.
You do? How do you know? She's a clever clogs, isn't she?
Your Uncle Scrooge.
Yes!
Oh, that was fun. Let's do another.
Yes, more fun at my expense. How delightful.
In a moment. I wanted to do something first. I have something very important to ask Amy, and I would like you all who are kind enough to attend to be a part of this.
What are you going to do? Ask her to marry you?
Oh, actually, yeah.
What are you going to do? Say yes?
Well, yes.
What do you want us to do? Stop interrupting?
Yes.
Why did you invite them?
I thought they were your friends. Anyway, Amy, will you marry me?
Oh, Fred, of course I will.
Oh. Merry Christmas.
Christmas.
It's too bad you'll miss this party. No, you'll be too busy held up in your lonely home wishing every idiot who goes about with Merry Christmas on their lips is boiled with their own pudding and buried with a stake of holly through his heart.
Yes, I get it. You're throwing my words back at me.
I'm guilt-tripping you. By throwing your words back at you, yeah. How many years has your nephew been inviting you to Christmas?
Far too many.
Shame on you. This is a nice party. Not everyone has it so well. You want to know who doesn't have it so well?
I'm tired of these games.
Well, I'm not.
Another burst of snow clouded Scrooge's vision, and Scrooge suddenly found himself in another neighborhood, outside of another house. This place was far more downtrodden. Scrooge knew this area well, for he held loans and liens over many of the residents in this part of town.
You know what this place is, don't you?
Yes, this is the part of town that messes up my ledgers at the end of every month. People are always looking for extensions to make their payments.
No, I wasn't referring to that. I was talking about your investment.
My what?
That's the home of Bob Cratchit.
Cratchit? An investment? Humbug.
Oh, you smell that? Let's go check it out.
Kids! Martha, Rory! Can one of you come help me in the kitchen?
I want to have dinner ready before your father comes home.
Coming, Mom.
How much longer till dinner, Mother?
Soon enough, Rory. Soon enough. Now, Rory, I need those muscles of yours. Can you turn the duck for me?
You got it, Ma.
That's my boy. Martha, can you help stir this, please?
Of course. Mother, Father Helpnell wishes you a Merry Christmas.
Oh, that's nice. I'm sorry I couldn't make it, but you know how things are with... How was Tim at church?
Good. Father Hartnell's message was beautiful, and Tim said he wanted to take in all the holiday cheer he could, so he and Dad joined some carolers on the way home.
That's wonderful. That is, yes.
You okay, Mom?
Ah, yes. The Christmas season. It's time to be joyful. Now help me with the cranberries.
The door to the Cratchit home swung open with joy, and Bob Cratchit entered with Tiny Tim, a boy whose nickname bared truth. Tim was a boy small for his age, and he used an old piece of found wood that helped him walk. And despite that,
Merry Christmas, everyone!
his cheer and spirit kept him strong.
Hello! Hello! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
It is freezing outside. Oh, but it's so nice to be home, and everything smells great, Sarah. Did you kids help?
You betcha, Dad. Mum let me help with the potatoes, and Rory's been helping with the duck. We're so lucky for this amazing meal, a beautiful home, and the wonderful family we're surrounded by tonight.
Oh, well said, Tim. And because you kids have all been so helpful, I've got a little treat for you.
What is it?
Candy canes, all the way from Germany.
Oh. I thought we were going to try and not go over budget this year.
Oh, don't worry about it, Sarah. They were a gift that Tim and I got while we were caroling. Well, after all, it's Christmas, and we should all, especially the children, celebrate. We should all celebrate all of us being together.
Let's get this Christmas feast started. I'm hungry enough. I bet I can eat more than even you, Rory.
You're on, Tim.
All right, calm down, boys, calm down. Now, before we sit down to eat, everyone lift your glass, and I'd like to make a toast.
Oh, your father's annual Christmas toast. I love these. I can't wait to hear this year's.
To my boss, Mr. Scrooge. For without him, we wouldn't have any kind of feast at all.
What the heck, Bob? This is the worst toast you've ever done, ever. You're toasting that horrible man. He's mean. He's condescending. If he was here, I'd give him more than a toast. I'd give that jerk an earful, and I'd hope he'd choke on it.
Like it when Mum gets feisty.
Speak for yourself. I'm terrified.
Sweetheart, come on, the kids, and it's a holiday after all.
Well, I wish him well because I love you. But he doesn't deserve it. What he deserves is an earful from me straight up his stocking. And you know what else I'd put up his stocking? I'd put my foot, and then I would put my other foot.
And God bless us, everyone! God bless us.
God bless us. Nice save, Tim.
It's what I do.
Scrooge took in everything he saw at the Cratchit household. Their meager feast was a toast in his honor. Despite the frigid Christmas Eve, his icy exterior began to melt.
Well, they barely have enough food for a regular meal, let alone one that they consider a celebration. I wish Bob had a little something more, at least to give his kids.
Yeah, if only there was someone who could do something to help Bob Cratchit so he could provide more for his family. Boy, if only someone had the ability to help Bob Cratchit. I struggle to imagine.
Okay, I get it. Stop guilt-tripping me.
The guilt you feel is your own, Ebenezer. Keep watching.
Did everything seem okay with Tim during the Christmassy service?
Oh, he was absolutely amazing. You know, on the way home, he said that he hoped that the people would see him with his disability and know that no matter what you have going on in your life, it's never too much to kill your spirits.
Whoa. That's beautiful. Such an amazing child.
Spirit, what's wrong with Tiny Tim?
His heart is strong, and his mind is sharp. But the rest of him...
Are you okay, Tim?
Here, let me get you a glass of water.
Tell me, Spirit, what will become of Tiny Tim?
What do you care, Scrooge?
If he's going to die, he'd better do it quickly and decrease the surplus population. Right?
No, Spirit, I've changed since I said all of that a few hours ago.
It's hard for me to see the future, but I fear that a cade may rest in the corner of the kitchen, like a monument without an owner. My time is almost over, and your time is nearly up too, Scrooge. The third spirit draws near. The spirit that everyone fears.
Who is the third spirit?
Remember what I've showed you here tonight, Scrooge.
You didn't answer my question. What about the third spirit?
Oh!
Everything went dark, silent. Scrooge was left in his darkened room, shaken to his core. The winter chill that he had been immune to for so long was now starting to give him frostbite.
Ah!
The sound of bells woke Scrooge from his sleep, but he did not see any spirits lingering around his room.
Hello? Any spirits here?
Scrooge carefully climbed out of bed and searched the room.
Nothing. What gives? Is he late or what?
The bell tolls for you, Ebenezer Scrooge.
A tall figure began to take shape from the shadows.
Who are you? Are you the third and final spirit I was told about?
I am.
Now standing before Scrooge was an immensely tall man who hid his features behind a black, hooded cloak.
I am the ghost of Christmas yet to come. Everything that has not happened yet is my domain.
Well, I see. So, will Parliament impose any new tariffs this year?
I can't tell you that. Come, Scrooge. There are things you must see.
The spirit raised his dark cloak to cover Scrooge's eyes. Then he dropped the cloak to reveal the future to Scrooge.
Well, that's disappointing.
What?
Well, you said that you were the ghost of Christmas yet to come, right? This is the future, then.
Indeed.
I was expecting to see the future. Everything looks the same.
No, I mean, that's because I'm showing you your personal future. I mean, if you want to see the future, I have all the time.
The spirit again raised his dark cloak to cover Scrooge's eyes. Then he dropped the cloak again to reveal the future to Scrooge.
How's this?
Where are we?
Yeah. You are on a Zoom meeting. Mm-hmm. The year 2020.
Great Scott!
I know, Scrooge. This is heavy. Let's get back to the future.
Wouldn't it be the past?
Shut up, Scrooge.
Scrooge found himself on a street corner, not far from his office. A light mist was coming down, and passers-by obscured their faces with umbrellas. Everything seemed drab and cold. The laughter broke up the monotony around him. Scrooge moved toward it to find two people in an alley, searching through some items that seemed vaguely familiar to Scrooge.
Did you find anything of value? Others only came back with junk.
I swore someone picked the place clean before I got in there. I pulled some clothes, linens, other odds and ends around the house.
Well, not great, but I'll get you something. So he's really dead, eh?
Yep. Dead as a doornail. Still kind of surprised, though. Most people thought he was too stubborn to die.
Yeah, the only people more pig-headed than him are, pigs! Anyway, did you have any trouble getting this?
Nah, that old goat was too cheap to hire anyone to look after the house. And I don't think he had much of a family.
It's sad, really. I mean, I'm a piece of garbage, and I got family. Oh, would you look at this? His towels are monogrammed. Probably the one thing in his life he spent money on.
Oi, hey, maybe we should break into that business of his. I bet that's where his money's at.
That's brilliant. Grab a crowbar.
So the future's full of horrible people. How charming.
Does their greed remind you of anyone?
What do you expect of me, Spirit? If I change my ways, it will make the world a better place or something?
Kindness can make a world of difference, while cruelty only begets cruelty.
Who are those men talking about, Spirit?
Come along, Ebenezer. I have more to show you.
I remember this place. This is Bob Cratchit's house. They had such a warm Christmas last time I saw them.
Are you hoping to see the same this time?
Very much so.
Mom, do you need any help with the dinner? Mom.
Oh, I'm sorry, dear. What's that now, Rory?
Do you need any help with dinner?
Oh, that would be lovely. Thank you, Rory. Why don't you give the gravy a stir?
Mother, I finished decorating the tree.
It looks great, Martha. Well done.
Thanks, Rory.
Something seems off, Spirit. What happened here?
Hello. Merry Christmas, everyone.
Hi, Dad.
Merry Christmas, Sarah.
Bob, you're home. How were the shipyards today?
Shipyards?
Well, quite busy, actually, but I got a little bonus from one of the captains.
Did Bob get a new job? Oh, no. Did I fire him? Is that why he's working at the shipyards?
It's only a little bit of chocolate, but it will be nice to enjoy after dinner.
That's great, Dad.
When you say Christmas yet to come, does that mean these events will happen? I can make sure not to fire Bob. In fact, I may even give him a raise. so he can buy his family a proper Christmas dinner. Wait, this isn't everyone. Where's Tim?
Martha, come here. Martha, how's your mother been holding up?
Not well. She seems miles away. This time of year has become hard for all of us.
Yes. Yes, it is, darling. Well, let's have a sheet, shall we? And I'll make my Christmas toast. To each and every one of us Cratchits. To you, my loving wife Sarah. And here's to you, Rory and Martha. And here's to Tim. Your love and your spirit are missed all the more this time of year, but it's your love and your spirit that keeps us all strong.
Spirit, please don't tell me Tiny Tim is...
Yes.
Yes, what?
If you continue your life unchanged, then yes, these events will come to pass.
Ah, well, that's not so bad. I can change this. Take me home, Spirit. I wish to leave this place. Tomorrow, first thing, I will give Cratchit a raise and help him with Tiny Tim. Please now, Spirit. Take me away from here. Take me home. I don't want to see any more of this dreadful future. Why are we here, Spirit?
Scrooge and the third spirit were not in Scrooge's home. For a moment, it looked like a park. Then Scrooge noticed the stones.
I told you to take me home, Spirit. Why have you brought me to a cemetery?
This is your home.
No, it isn't. Are you mad, Spirit? I don't live here.
No, you do not live.
The spirit moved aside, his unnatural cloak now revealing a fresh tombstone to Ebenezer.
You think this sight is hard. There is nothing harder, darker, or worse than a man without generosity, concern, or kindness for his neighbor. No matter how rich he is in this life, there is truly no one poorer than the man who cannot love others with a thankful heart.
Please, don't let this be the end of me, Spirit. I'm a changed man. There must be some way to come back from this, please. If there wasn't any hope for me, why would you put me through all of this? Spirit! What do I have to do to change? Spirit!
Suddenly, Scrooge woke up in his bed and in his own home. No cemetery, no hooded spirit, no one but him. It was, however, now Christmas morning.
I'm home. And it's morning. They must have done it all in one night. Oh, those wonderful, wondrous spirits.
Scrooge flung open his windows to bask in the morning sun when he spotted a young boy walking by.
Excuse me there, boy. Can you tell me what day it is today?
Me, sir?
Yes. You, my boy. What day is it?
Friday?
Very good. Is there anything particularly special about this Friday?
In 1776, General George Washington led the Continental Army across the Delaware River. But we're British, sir. Given our perspective, I wouldn't consider that a special event to remember.
Oh, boy. No, son, that's not what I had in mind. What I'm asking...
Well, if you're looking for British historical events that make today special...
I'm not trying to...
William the Conqueror, a.k.a. the Duke of Normandy, was crowned King of England, although that was back in 1066. And if I could offer my own 2 pence, sir, his reign ain't really much worth one honouring, eh?
Good God. Say you, that girl.
Who, me?
Yes, you. What day is it today?
Why, sir, it's Christmas Day.
Oh, wonderful. That's just amazing. How would you like to make a sixpence?
Oh, sixpence none the richer, I always say.
Oh, charming. Yes, well, go to the grocer around the corner and get the biggest goose they have. If you do it fast, there's a 10 pence in it for you. Take it to Bob Cratchit's house.
You got it, sir.
Wait, I didn't tell you where Bob Cratchit lives. Ah, well, I'm sure it'll all work out. After all, it's Christmas.
Scrooge bounded around his home with new energy and vigor he hadn't felt in years. He put on his best suit, and just as he was about to head out the door...
Uncle Ebenezer? Uncle Ebenezer, are you awake?
Nephew! Good morning, Fred.
Uncle, hello. I know you said yesterday that you didn't want to, but I thought I would check one last time.
Come in, come in. It's so good to see you.
Yes. It's good to see you too. Are you feeling all right, Uncle?
I'm absolutely wonderful. I understand why you're confused, but it's Christmas after all. Sit down. Let me make you a Bloody Mary.
Oh, Uncle.
You're right. You're right. I don't have any tomato juice.
Oh, that's okay.
No, it's not. Listen. I know I've said no to spending Christmas with you and your beautiful new fiancée yesterday, but if you please accept my deepest apologies, I would love to join you both for the holiday.
Oh, well, yes. That's what I came by to ask you. We would love you, of course, love to have you join us.
Oh, wonderful. I have one quick errand to run. Please come with me.
Oh, it's not to your office, is it?
On Christmas Day? Don't be daft. Actually, do you think Amy would care to join us?
Well, Uncle, you haven't even told me where we're going.
I have a very important Christmas gift to deliver to a very good friend.
Scrooge and his nephew headed out to greet Christmas. Meanwhile, at the Cratchit house...
Hello! Hello, everyone! Merry Christmas!
Merry Christmas, honey.
It is freezing outside, but it's so nice to be home and everything smells great, Sarah. Did you kids help?
You bet, Dad. Mom let me help cook the goose, and Rory's been helping with the desserts.
Goose? Desserts?
Bob, you won't believe it. Someone showed up at the door with the biggest goose I've ever seen. An entire mountain of food.
Now, who in the world... Oh, good morning, Mr. Scrooge.
I wouldn't call it good, bearable, but definitely not anything to get excited about. It could even be worse. In fact, it may get worse, Cratchit.
Merry Christmas, Mr. Scrooge.
Now, Tim, ixnay on the Isthmus Cray.
Yes, it's been shoved down my throat enough. Since you brought up the holiday, has anything strange happened this morning, Bob?
Well, now that you should mention it, sir, yes, you see, a whole bunch of groceries and things for Christmas dinner were just delivered to our house, and I've no idea where they came from. I ought to contact someone. The store clearly must have made a mistake.
Never mind the groceries, Cratchit. Why weren't you at the office this morning?
Because it's Christmas. That's why.
Oh, is it?
Yes, it is. And you should be thanking your lucky stars to have someone like Bob working at your office.
I am thankful.
Good. I wish you would show it.
Well, what would you have me do? How about raising your salary, Bob? Does that sound good?
Yes, it sounds great. It sounds terrific. I don't know why everyone is getting all shouty.
I have the Christmas spirit, Bob, and happiness is new to me. Merry Christmas, Bob. Merry Christmas, Sarah.
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Are you serious, sir? Are you giving me a raise?
Bob Cratchit, you've earned it. You deserve it, and nothing would make me happier than to raise your salary.
Thank you, Mr. Scrooge.
Are you done winding him up?
It's rather cold out here. We'd like to come in now.
Oh, yes. Sorry, but please come in. Patrick, this is my nephew, Fred, and his still just girlfriend, Amy.
Odd way to put it. Merry Christmas.
Fred and Amy. This is Bob and Sarah, Rory and Martha and Tim.
Hello, Amy. Wonderful to meet you. Sorry about the state of the house.
It's lovely.
All of this food to us, Mr. Scrooge.
I know. It doesn't make up for all the years of missed Christmas gifts, but I hope you'll accept it all the same.
Mr. Scrooge, I don't know what to say. You're so generous.
Mr. Scrooge, would you and your family like to join us for dinner?
Young man, I would love to.
Scrooge was better than his word. He did it all and infinitely more. To Tiny Tim, who did not die, Scrooge was like a second father. He became as good a friend, as good a master, as good a man as anyone knew. From that day on, he kept Christmas in his heart. And as Tiny Tim observed,
God bless us, everyone.
A No Shenanigans reading of A Christmas Carol was adapted by Vince Figueroa from Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol. Our cast was Kris Puddicombe, Tess Rutkowski, West Bauman, Beth Lewinski, Liv Schircel, and Erik Koconis with Brian Baer. Technical Director, CJ Guzan. Now, thank you so much again for joining us tonight. Don't forget to follow the Interchange Theater on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to keep up to date on our upcoming shows and classes and everything else we have coming up. Visit interchangetheater.com to sign up for our newsletter and to learn more about upcoming classes and all the fun stuff we have. Happy holidays from all of us, and have a good night.